Okay, looking at NVIDIA today, we're going to start off with the financials. Normally I start off with the technicals, but going to mix it up tonight and go over the finances first. So I haven't looked at these in a long time, but so it's been a long time, but I'm really happy to see the price to earnings finally come down to, I mean, it's still overpriced, but it's a lot more appropriate than it was. So being almost a $3 trillion company, the PE ratio of 41, I mean, like it's still high. Anything over 30 is high, but it's getting better for sure. And I know the stock come down quite a bit, maybe like 10, 20% in the last few weeks or whatever, month and a half, maybe it's been now a month. So it's good. Just looking at this though, I really like this. Like I can't talk shit. Like 55% net margin profitability. I mean, like that's amazing. That's I can't say anything bad about that. So as far as, I mean, I would probably even pay a high PE ratio for that kind of profitability. So, like, even if this took a hit, I mean, it's still fantastic, right? If it went down to 30%, still great. So, looking at some statements here, annually, you can see from 2023 to 2024, they more than doubled the revenue, which is amazing. And then, the profits also more than doubled. So just very, very, almost 150% profits. So um, that's amazing. Like as far as companies, like a healthy company, that is it. So can't uh, can't talk shit about that. So now just going into the technicals here, quick. You can see since the stock split way back here in June, but as of right here, 153 bucks roughly on January 7th. It's been down since, but pretty healthy, normal bear structure. Lower lows, lower highs, boom, 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 boom. There's a daily imbalance here though, so we'll just mark this up right at 125. Nice whole number. Drop it down. Actually, I want to check the weekly first here. Man, this is just straight up here. Just ignore this. I'll just turn these off here. Um, Lots of imbalances down here, but I don't think price will ever come back down to that. Maybe, but I mean, they'd have to lose. Yeah, no, probably not going to come down to the 50s, but you never know. It did crack this weekly structure though, so you can see it made two highs. There's two individual highs here, double top, and then came down. Well, it created this swing low, then came back up and now broke it. So then actually made a new high here. It's not highlighted yet, but it will be after a few more weeks. So um, two lower highs then technically. Well, this one's about the same, but now this newest one is lower than the previous one. So I mean, it is somewhat bearish structure now, based on based on the weekly time frame. But now we looked at the daily, so now we'll look at the 4 hour. There's a couple imbalances here I'll mark off. Price loves imbalances, and so do I because it likes to go to them. This one right here, this is just technically from this gap, but that one most likely filled too at 143. Just key levels. So created a swing low here on the 4 hour, came down, broke this. It never created a new swing high yet until here, so it has yet to break this one. But if it breaks that one, something like this. So it does have, maybe the 1 hour will give us a little bit better. I mean, there is some bullish structure on this 1 hour time frame, but it's pretty weak in my opinion. It's not. It's like if you look at this kind of structure, or even this is bearish, but I mean the same type of healthy structure, lower lows, lower highs for the bearish structure. We want to see that in the bullish, so we wanted to see like this right here to really consider it bullish, but it's pretty stagnant, pretty slow. So I would wait for a break of this 4 hour swing high. And then, I mean, as far as possible targets, you have this daily, which is not far away. It's only at 125. You have this 4 hour imbalance at 127. Not great. I would shoot for this higher one at 143. Let's see, is there 1 hour imbalances up here? Yeah, you can see there's three 1 hour imbalances up here. So 143 is pretty probable. As far as time frames, I have no idea. It just depends on how much it wants to move. the overall stock market's going to have to become bullish again for this to actually happen. Need the volume, need the liquidity to push the stock up. So this stock will only go up if all the other ones go up. I don't think it'll go up on its own. I don't think it's going to be like the only stock that goes up, especially the tech stocks. Either all the money flows in or all the money flows out. So yeah, I would set an alert for price to break this, which is not far away, but as long as it's a solid break of this 4-hour swing high, we look for 143 structure. But let's just see. I want to see. No, it doesn't show me what I want. Just trying to see. I mean, if we look at just for a quick fib of this level, you can see, look, I mean, you can't make this up. So the 50%, between the 50% and the 618 most common retracements. So for this for this bearish leg, this bullish retracement now will most likely hit this area. So this big daily imbalance, really big daily imbalance right here between 125 and really 120, almost 9. So it's like a $4 imbalance, which is pretty much this daily imbalance is pretty much the entire 50 to 618 retracement. You can see it almost takes up that entire thing. So most likely prices go into this area, and then if it's going to continue to, just delete that, it's going to continue to be bearish, then it'll most likely fill this imbalance and complete this retracement, and then continue lower. So if that's the case, and again, as far as time frames, I have no idea. I can't predict that at all. I know the normal ranges, so we can go like this. So on average, this is moving $12 a week. This week so far, it's moved 4.5. So I mean $12. If this is at one, let's say it hits 126 this week, and then next week it moves $12. That would be 114. So that would put us all the way down here, which is not much. So this would be like next week's move, which is a $12 move from here to here. So if we go back to the daily here, see there is some liquidity areas here. This is kind of like your next one. So if this does decide to keep breaking lower, so let's say it comes up here, fills this imbalance, breaks lower, and continues its bearish structure downwards, this area is the first one, right around 106, 105. You can actually mark this all along here. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll give you an idea. So 105, you can see when price comes down to 105, we're really close to, came back up. Here it came down, tested 105, went up. Here went down below 105 quite a bit, but then did eventually go up. So 105 kind of seems like an area price likes to get bought up at. So that'd be my next target. If price continues to be bearish, then there'd be a short position down to 105. But I mean, you'd have to see a lot of structure. Again, I probably would not short this stock. It's one of the better ones. There's not a ton of good ones, but this is one of the better ones. I mean, it is a little bit overpriced at a 40p ratio, but as far as its growth too with AI and everything, I'm not the biggest fan of AI, but I just know that they're leading the industry. So NVIDIA is probably a good buy for a long time. And I mean, like at their 55% profitability, that's hard to beat. So money making machine. So hopefully the stock does the same if you are to buy it. But that's my thoughts on NVIDIA. Let me know what you think.